This is Brandy from Stitchin' in Oregon, back for another Flosstube. I'm not sure which one this is. I made a video like 2 weekends ago that I didn't post, and the reason I made that one is I was kind of explaining that my dog Olaf is really sick, and I know a lot of you like seeing him in my videos and have commented on him. He's laying right next to me. You can kind of see him right here. But this will be his last one. So I'll make sure I put lots of pictures up. Sorry. I'm trying really hard not to be super emotional about this, but I've had like 3 meltdowns this weekend, and it's been a really rough 3 weeks, almost a month, and cancer really sucks for people and for pets. So I thought I would do my regular Flosstube and make sure he was here. And I'll put lots of pictures of him in there. He's been getting lots of cuddles and snuggles and love from everyone. So let's just get right into it. I have not been watching a lot of Flosstube. I have been super distracted. I'm in my last week of a class I'm in, and so I will turn in my assignments on this Wednesday, and then I'll start my next class on Thursday. So I am projected to be all done with classes, I think, by August, which will be super cool, and then student teaching in the fall. So if everything still is all lined up the way that they currently say. So anyway, if I have to pause this, it's because I need to help Olaf go outside. His back legs are not working very well, and he needs a lot of support. He slips and slides all over the place, and we bring water and food to him right now. Up until a couple days ago, he was eating normal again. He was walking. He was like greeting us at the door again. And then it just like 2 days ago started to go downhill again. And then yesterday his legs just kind of gave out. But he's thinking about getting up. So if he actually tries, I'll have to pause this. Okay, the Flosstube I did watch Moonshine Stitchery's new one last night. And she had quite a few FFOs in there. And she's just really fun to watch. There's a new one by the Sweetwater Stitcher I need to go watch. I really like hers. We stitch a lot of very similar things. So this is Avalon scratching herself back here. So let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to show you is this. This is Remember Me by Teresa Kogut. If you remember, I think I started this as part of my 12 by 12. I started on a 40 count fabric from Bestitch Me that is a beautiful fabric. I got like this whole chunk done, and then I didn't like it. So I switched it out to a 36 count toasted marshmallow from Grace Notes. And I'm still stitching with all the called for floss, but this is how far I am. So I started in the upper left corner. I did like half stitches so that I could count that to make sure it would go all the way across. And then mostly what I've worked on since I pulled this out is filling this in. There was a little tiny bit down here, but then the rest of this is new. I found an alphabet on Etsy that was cursive because I thought the font would look really nice in this design, and I put Olaf's name in it. Later I'm gonna put Toby, who was my cat that we lost in July, in here, and I'm also going to put my friend's name that passed away. We went to his funeral back in I think it was November of last year, November or December of last year. And must have been December. Anyway, I'm gonna put his name in here too, as it is Remember Me. So anyway, this is how far I got. I really like it. I made a mistake and I put this flower, like it's supposed to be off of this one here, and I put it here, but it's okay. The name fit, and this branch is on the right part of the flower. So I'll probably keep working on this for a couple more days. It seems to be what I'm reaching for lately. Oli, do you need to go outside, bud? Okay. So when we found out Olaf was terminal, I went on a little bit of a retail therapy binge. And so I have a pile of stuff to show you at the end that I maybe should be ashamed about, but I am not. Okay. I have also still been putting in my 2 strands a day on Forever and Ever by With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais. This is what it will look like. This is an anniversary sampler for my grandparents. And I officially have a page finish, which is awesome. And I'm stitching this on a 36 count coconut milk, I think is what it's called, from Grace Notes, and this is how far I am. I'm a little bit behind on my 2 strands a day since I've been reaching for Remember Me, and I don't have a lot of time. But I'm really excited with how far I have gotten. So I've got the year that they had their first wedding. I've got their initials in. So I love this one. So this will keep coming out until it's finished. All right. Next, let's see, what do I have next? I pulled out Autumn Cloche for just a minute. I love this one. Let's see if I can pull out the picture for you guys. All right, Autumn Cloche by Hello from Liz Matthews. I am working in this pumpkin here. And I have this one done all the way up to here, and the bird and all that. I am stitching this with the Roxy Floss Co. conversion, and I am stitching it on, let's see, 32 count linen called Andrew from Grace Notes. That's a really pretty like gray blue color, which really fits the tones of the floss conversion. And this is how far I am. So I got a lot of that bottom pumpkin filled in. Still not done because it is solid and it is a lot of stitching. So This will probably stay out for October. I'll keep working on that stack of pumpkins. Okay, one of my whip go calls for the month was Belle. This is a pattern I got off of Etsy. This is what it will look like when she is done. This was one of the whip go calls for September. And I am stitching her on a 32 count opal linen called Raspberry Latte by Grace Notes. I do have some hanging threads in here because I was parking since it is full coverage. I'm not a big thread parker, but I don't want to make mistakes counting on her. So this is how far I am. When I started working on this, I was at 1%. Now I'm over 2%. I took this all the way down here, filled in this, and I did a lot of these yellows. Do you see that pretty sparkle in this? So yeah, that's how far I am. That was fun to work on for the couple of days I pulled it out. Okay, this one, did I work on this? Oh yeah, this is Wisdom by Teresa Kogut. I restarted this. My restart's over there, so I'm not going to grab it. This is what it looks like. I started this on a 32 count vintage country mocha, I think it was called, which might even be what it's called for. But I didn't like it. I felt like the browns were getting lost. And so I restarted this, and I actually really like what I picked. So this is Spring Breeze. It's a 36 count linen from Grace Notes. And I started in the middle, which is not my normal. I'm usually a left-hand start. But since I had already stitched that corner, I wanted to do something different. This is where whoa, that's blowing that out. Maybe here. It's like a really light blue. Anyway, this is how far I got. I was happy with that progress. There. Oh, whoops, I need to put that back. So that's a restart. I'm happy with it. I love Grace Notes fabric. Something happened to my subscription, like my debit card got compromised, and when I updated it with shop or whatever, the little payment thing that they use, like it just would not update my card. So we had to like cancel the subscription, and then I forgot to renew it, and then I didn't realize I hadn't renewed it until I didn't get it for a couple of months. But then I went really heavy on the Friday Night Fight Night from Be Stitch Me, and so I thought I needed a break for a second. Okay. Couple more things. Let's see, did I work on this? I had pulled out a bunch of samplers I wanted to work on, and I don't actually know what all I worked on. No, I didn't work on that. Okay, this one though. This is Land That I Love. I did work on this. This is also by Teresa Kogut, which seems to be the theme. This is what it will look like. I think everyone knows what this one looks like. Oh, what is her name? What's her name? There is a Flosstuber that I watch, she was working on this. She's the one who enabled me to do this. And Elizabeth Ann can stitch. She dyed her own fabric for it, but she's the one who actually made me feel like I could do this. I'm positive hers is done by now. But I am stitching this on a 22 count Hardinger that is tea dyed by me. It was ivory to start with, and that's upside down. Okay, this is where I'm at. When I started working on this at the beginning of the month, I finished, well, I worked on the alphabet and I worked a little bit up here. I had a whole nother like border swoop in there and had to pull it out because I miscounted. So that's how far I am on this one. I really like working on this fabric. I really like this design. It's beautiful. I love patriotic stitching. I wish I was better about like pulling it out every month on the 4th, but I'm awful. Like I always tell myself I'm going to work on things like on their birthday or on the date, like that's, you know, our wedding anniversary sampler. Working on that on the 14th of every month, and then I never do. And poisonous plants for my son's birthday on the 23rd of every month, and I never do. So, okay. Let's see. I think I just have one more whip to show. And then I have haul. And I don't really have plans right now because I am so, like I had plans to start something with my friend Nikki, which I've talked about in the past, the Christmas quilt one from the Leisure Arts from Hirschner's. We were going to start that on the first day of fall. And then it was literally everything with Olaf happened, and I'm just not. So, okay. Ugh, I have a needle in here. Okay, this is, oh man, I don't know. This is a terrible picture. I'm really sorry. This is the BeeYoutiful Sampler by Twin Peak Primitives. This is a stitch along, start along with Kia B. She stitched the sample for Twin Peak and then decided to restitch it. And when I watched her video, it happened to be when everything was going wrong with my son. And so I started stitching this last June. It's a little over a year old, and I am almost 90% complete. I love this one so much. I think I am done with all the innards. All of the innards are done. So, the innards, the inside part of the design. You guys know what I mean. Okay, last time I worked on this, which this was a whip go call too. I don't know if I said that. This like apple thing, I think that's an apple. Anyway, that I stitched all of that. I stitched this and I worked up in the border. I finished the pieces that were missing up here and then brought it down along the side. So right here is another floral basket, which is what I'm going to work on next, and then I'll finish the gold in the border down and around. I hope to have this done for sure in by June of next year, so that it doesn't hit its 2-year birthday. Let me double check, but I think that I didn't work on that. Yeah, I think that's all I worked on. So, pretty sure that's all I worked on. So those are all my whips. Oh, I did have a finish. I'll post a picture of it. It was the Beekeeper's Pin Keep by Modern Folk Embroidery. That is a project that is a gift for my sister. It has been framed and it is in the mail on its way to her. I hope she gets it. I think I mailed it at the beginning of the week to make sure she got it by her birthday, which is on the 3rd of October. So that was an FFO. Crossed it off my list, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah, so I guess now I'm going to show you all of the sorry not sorry decisions I made when Olaf was first diagnosed and I went on a bender of spending money on cross stitch because I was so sad, and I still am, and I have a cart on 123 Stitch I just keep adding things to. So I bought this book at Joann's, Creepy Cross Stitch. I actually want to do this one that's on the cover. My daughter wants to stitch, see if I can find it real quick, the rat. She's just going to stitch the rat by itself. Not the gold. She's just going to do the rat. So there is, it says 25 spooky projects to haunt your halls, and this is by Lindsay Swearingen. So go check this book out. I think you can get it on Amazon too. It has a ton of creepy, spooky stitches in it, which is wonderful for this time of year. Okay, I bought a couple Lizzie Kate designs. I got this one here. This is Thankful String. And I love alphabets, so I'm going to do this one. I got this one here. Autumn Alphabet, which is just so fun. And I got this one. It's called Wouldn't Life Be Great? And it says, wouldn't life be great if sweatpants were sexy, Mondays were fun, junk food was good for you, girls didn't cause so much drama, guys weren't so confusing, and saying goodbye only meant until tomorrow. So, obviously that means something a little different for me right now because of my dog, but yeah. So I got those 3. And then I did put an order in, where's my other one? I think, I'll see if I can pull up a picture. I got this from Annabella's. This is Harvest Moon by Annie B's Folk Art, which I like stitching her stuff. The charts are really neat. I just really like this. Sorry about the glare, guys. This came out at Market. And then the other thing I got from her was, let's see if I can pull it up real quick. JBW Designs Fleur de Noël cross stitch pattern, and it looks like, that's right, my phone glares horribly. Can you see that? Anyway, it's an alphabet, like curly cues and really pretty. So I got that. And I also got, I bought myself a Christmas present from, oh gosh, the shop that is in, what is it, New York? You guys are all yelling at me. I know what it's called. Hobby House, right? Hobby House Needleworks. I bought a couple patterns for myself for Christmas and fabric to go with them. So I put them in my husband's area and told him that was my Christmas present and that he needed to give them to me for Christmas. So and that he could get the floss for them. I did the part where I ordered the pattern to make sure that the right one came. Okay, I also ordered this here. This is the Smith Sampler by the Scarlet House. This is so, so pretty. I'm going to order the silk to go with this to make sure. I just want it to look like the front. So I did get this one. This is Classic Colorworks Belle in Rustique. So I have that one. And I ordered this piece of fabric. This is Fiber on a Whim, Milk and Honey. It's a 46 count, which I've never stitched on, but it's really lovely. So I got that. And then, like I said, I went a little hard on Stitch Me's thing. Well, I didn't go hard. I got 2 pieces of fabric, and she did a giveaway. She always does giveaways if you win. And I won a piece of fabric from that, which was awesome. And then she also had sampler silk packs that she was putting in there for if you ordered something. So one of the pieces of fabric I wanted to make sure I got was this one. This is Cornucopia. This one I got as a 28 count Joblin. And this is so pretty. I love Stitch Me fabric. And I think Joblin is one of my, I like stitching on this. It's really soft. I think Joblin is what I like to do my mirrors on. Look at the modeling in that. That is just so pretty. There's a little bit of purple in there. Yeah. So I had to make sure that I got a piece of this. And I think it was the linen. This was super vibrant. Hey, big guy. What's up, buddy? We're almost done. And then we'll get you taken care of. Okay. This was another one I got. This is a 36 count linen. It is called Acorns. And Cadence picked this one. If you guys watch my videos, you know that I do the Friday Night Fight Nights with my daughter Cadence. She really loves it. So this is what this one looks like. I have no idea what I'll use this for, but it is so pretty. So there's that one. And then the one that I won in the giveaway is not named. It's a 32 count Lugana, and it's a neutral. I think that it was just listed as a 32 count neutral. And it is wonderful. So added to my stash. So there's my Stitch Me fabric. And then the floss that came are these colors. They're very springy and pastel. It just says sample silk on the back of them, but I got a purple, a blue, darker blue, a light blue, a green, and a yellow. And I love stitching with her silk. Her silk is great to work with. Last time I checked the comments for my last video where I was doing the giveaway, I didn't see anybody actually do the comment to win it. So I'm just going to hold on to it for a while. I'll go back and check the comments and see if anybody actually did. But I don't think anybody was really interested in it, which is okay. It's a spring pattern, and we are going into the time of year where people want to stitch fall and Christmas and Halloween, and that's okay. So I don't have another giveaway for this time, but I did want to share Olaf with you guys one more time, since this will be his farewell video, and we are very sad But this has just been very fast, and he doesn't deserve this. So we'll see if I can get him to say hi real quick. Olaf, hey buddy, do you want to say hi? Say hi. So any of you guys that have watched my videos know that he's very happy, and he's usually like up on the couch next to me, or he'll follow me up into the craft room. He will still try to follow me up there. He just does not have the strength to do it. So I've not been up there. I've been staying down here with him, pretty much sitting on the floor with him. And he sleeps next to me. I'm in my bed and he'll sleep next to me on the floor. So, but I think this week we say goodbye to him. So he has been, sorry. He's been a wonderful dog. We have had him for 8 years. He's 11, and we rescued him when he was 3, and he loves his family, and he loves camping. And you know how they used to call pit bulls nanny dogs, which you can argue till you're blue in the face. Okay, I don't really want to get in an argument about how you feel about pit bulls, but he is one, and he is fantastic, and he is just wonderful. So I'm very sad. So anyway, I don't have any plans. I have not checked to see what the WIPGO numbers were for October. I'm sure they're out, but I'll go pull those projects in a day or so. I've been watching Boise State football. They lost their first game against the Oregon Ducks, barely, which was very contentious at my school since I live in Oregon and I'm a Boise State fan. Last week they played Oregon State University, or Portland State University, and they won by a lot, and I was screeching like a crazy person. And tonight they play Washington State, I think it is. So I'm gonna have to start cheering and get in a better mood and go team. I went to Boise State for a couple years. I didn't graduate from there, but I did go there, and my grandma graduated from college there before it was Boise State, and I love Boise State. I was born there. My son was born there. So, Avalon, hey, you want to say hi? Oh, hi. Anyway, so like I said, plans. I don't have a lot for cross stitching right now, but I will probably start another Halloween one, and I will keep working on Remember Me until I can't anymore, and I will still do my 2 stitches a day on Forever and Ever by Brenda Gervais, and I'll pull my WIPGO calls and I'll try to get stitching in on those. We are going camping for October 11, 12, that weekend. So Friday and coming home Sunday, I think it is. Maybe Monday. I'm not really sure. I have to look at the calendar. But we're going camping, so I always get some good stitching in there, and we'll be on the coast. And camping on the coast in the fall is one of our favorite things to do. So that'll be really great. And then in November, we have camping trips planned. We're going to be camping for Thanksgiving again this year. It'll be different because Olaf is my camping dog. So he's my buddy and he likes to hang out next to the fire with me. He has like a big feather like down coat he wears because he's short hair because he's pit, and he shivers, but he wants to be right next to me. So, and I like to be next to the fire. But we will make the best of it. But yeah, I just paid for my son's graduation stuff today, or earlier this week on Tuesday. I ordered his announcements and his sweater and thank you cards and his cap and gown and all of that stuff. So that's pretty crazy. And today he went to help decorate the school for homecoming. And he is in leadership, and so he is a part of all of the activities and having to decorate and set up things. And he just helped with like set up a welcome back to school block party thing, which was pretty cool. But anyway, that's it for now. I will try to post pictures of Olaf in here at the end. And I'll also try to post some pictures of my craft room since I am remodeling it, and it has changed a lot. So I'm still not up there because I don't have a floor and I haven't finished painting. So anyway, that is all for now. I hope I have inspired you. I hope that you are all enjoying the fall weather. If you're on the East Coast, I hope you're safe from the hurricanes. My daughter was in the direct path of not Helene, but the one right before that. Since she's in New Orleans, she got hit head on. But she was okay. And I hope all of you guys are too. And I will be back the end of October. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.